It is the giant head and Alice. For some reason, my camera is like, hello, let's look at the pores of Marissa. And Alice like zoomed in her camera just so that it didn't look like the perspective wasn't weird. Figure it out. If anyone knows how to adjust the camera on a MacBook Pro, slide me some instructions.
Comment below.
So otherwise, you're just getting Maurice's gigantic head and Alice. But we're here where Alice and I have been trying to like have like a TV show style talk show for a while. And so we thought, what a better time to start doing that, giving you like an inside look at what business, creating cool things. Then we have an event coming up. Well, we have a series of events coming up. Every month, we are bringing Catalyst Connect. And Catalyst Connect is a speaker series. It is a paid event. It's $49. Our first upcoming event is very shortly. It is actually February 8th. And tickets are only $49. We are focusing on the future of business. Now, Alice, why did we pick this topic?
Well, we picked this topic because we need to plan ahead. We need to be thinking forward and looking at what exactly does business look like right now and what is it going to look like in the future? Because if we want to stay relevant, we need to know what is going to be coming at us in the future. And we need to have some plans. We need to have thoughts and ideas and innovation and just be able to have these really incredible conversations with some really incredible people, actually. That's what I would say.
I think there's a lot happening right now around AI. I don't want to say it too loudly because we have so many different viewpoints, and we want to get into these topics. We want to really start to look at what's impacting business owners right now across the spectrum of business owners. We want to start looking at how they can prepare, like you said. How do we get ready? How do we get ready for some of these big changes? How do we prepare our business for change? How do we prepare our business for pivoting? And we have some really cool speakers who, I'm one of them. We're bringing some really innovative ideas. So let's talk about it. So up front, we actually have me. I'm starting the day off. And I'm going through an interactive workshop on how to create done with you offers and communities. And so Done With You is like, we are seeing really cool things happening with Done With You right now. You lead it for your other role at Zenler. You've seen where coming together, coming into the room, being able to work with people live, working on something. We see it in the Catalyst. Done With You is amazing. It sounds like it's a lot of work for the service provider, but for some people, it is the best way to work because you don't have homework. You don't have deliverables. You work with people. You co-create together.
In the moment.
And you get something done, and your clients can see the results right there. They can walk away with it. So I want to bring some strategies. I want to bring some ways that you can really customize it for the way that you work, the way that your clients work. I can't wait to lead this discussion because I know whoever's in the room is going to walk away with, even if it's not an immediate Done With You offer that they can implement, it is the beginning of an idea of where they can maybe change the way that their business works, giving them ease, giving them profit. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. Inspire and motivate you into making that real plan and taking the action to actually implement that, because sometimes that's what we need. We need the good idea, we need the inspiration, we need the motivation. And I think that is at the heart of what this whole entire speaker series is about. This event series that we're doing is all about you being able to take something tangible away with you so that you can motivated to actually take action. and move
Yes.
forward.
And
Yes.
that's what we're looking at in the speaker series. It's like, how can we get you in the room? How can we not just like give you some intangible idea that may or may not ever occur, but something that you can walk away with, something that you can implement, maybe even while you're listening to us. When we go to those in-person conferences, we're sitting in these seats, we're looking forward, we're looking on our phone, we're not actually getting work done. What we're saying is bring your work into the speaker series. Let's work with you right in the room.
Yes, right now. So these are very interactive in that way, which is one of the things that we feel like, I don't know, Marissa, I think so. I know that you think so. Uh, that make this series so much different than your typical event where, you come in and you're just watching. Like, we want full on participation. We want to engage with you. We want this to be something that's really different and
Yeah.
stands out and provides real value, not value. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, I like people walk away with something tangible, something that they can
Yes.
get their hands on and say, "Okay, this was worth it, this hour of my time." So, we also have 2 panels. We have, and 2 other speakers. So, let's talk about this. The first panel we have is the crystal ball. So, we have brought some really cool idea curators to come together in a panel and talk about what's next on the horizon. So, this is gonna be really great for people because they can start to not get ready. First of all, get ready for what's coming. But 2, to get some ideas and start to like get feedback, because this isn't just a panel where we ask them questions. You're in the room too. You can become a part of the panel. And it's an opportunity for you to get one to one with some of these leaders, and their consultation fees can range to 500 to 1500 an hour. So we're bringing them into the room where you can have that interaction. The next speaker that we have is Darcy from Sweet Tooth Creative. Now, Darcy's a co-writer, a co-writer. Darcy's a copywriter. She also leads our co-writing sessions that is happening right now in Create the Rules Callus. Darcy's got this really unique blend of perspective in the world. So she is a copywriter. She does do done for you services. She does have some DIY offers, but she's also leaning into that done with you. And so it's really cool to see how she is adapting. But her talk is actually a bit controversial. It is, can a robot write my marketing? Yeah.
Mm.
And I love it. So Darcy's going to start going through the the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the reality is, even if you are, what side of the AI you're on, it's going to be a really interesting discussion about how you can use these tools or not use these tools to implement things. I mean, that's the reality, is it's not, these tools are not going to work for everybody, just like everything else in your business, right? So what we want to do is we want to look and see, can you use it? How do you use it? Is it worth using?
Absolutely. And I can tell you from personal experience that I have hired Darcy to do work with me on copywriting, and working with her was an absolute dream. So, from my own personal experience, I can tell you that $49 for a ticket, even for an hour with Darcy, that right there, that's a good deal. That's what I'm going to
Yes.
say. Mhm.
Our third keynote speaker is Lakshmiya Marie. Now, if you don't know Lakshmiya yet, Lakshmiya is one of the forefront leaders in hiring and team building and construction of really ethical, nourishing systems. So Lakshmi is actually going to bring to us the exact things that business owners need when building a team, so that you don't burn them out, you're not exhausting your workforce, that you're having both a sustainable growth. It is the amazing opportunity to get in the room with Lakshmiya. And Lakshmi doesn't offer this. She actually said to me today, she is only going to be doing 1 or 2 speaking engagements, that she's going to be really picky. So being able to get in front of Lakshmiya, being able to talk about building your team, being able to hear what she has, this is going to be essential because we know that the times are changing, right? We're seeing already the quiet quitting articles. We're already seeing the exhausted, burned out masses just saying, you know what, it's not worth it. We can't keep doing this. And whether you're a business of one or a business of some, we really want to start putting this in because you're an employee in your business too. So Lakshmia's learnings is not just for the other people on your team, it's for you to start making sure that you are also taking care of you.
Absolutely. And Lakshmia is one of the most intelligent, kindest, no nonsense people you will ever have the pleasure of meeting. So yeah,
Yeah,
she's amazing. Yeah,
Lakshmi delivers content. Like she's just like you listen to her in a
she
couple
is.
sentences and she's already dropped you gold. So that is going to
Yes.
be the event. That's going to be one that you don't want to miss. It's at the end of the day. I missed the second panel. Now the second panel, we are going to jump back into the AI, and it is a topic called "Will AI Make or Break Your Business?" And we're bringing Veronica Yons, we're bringing Jessica Jackson, we're bringing Darcy back because we want to talk about the threats that AI has to business owners and also the opportunities. And we want to discuss it. We are not going to lean one or the other. We're all going to declare our biases. We're going to talk about where we're coming from because all of that can impact the discussion. And we want to come together and have a really frank discussion about this, a really opportunity to open up what are the fears, what are the hesitations, how can we use this, open source technology that is being put out into the world, and also how do we help it not fall into the wrong hands, the Dr. Dooms of the world, right? Because this is important. We're developing this
It is.
technology. We have bad actors all over the world wanting to harness this energy. And here we are as a business owner kind of going, I just need to pay my mortgage, but our contributions are important to this discussion.
Absolutely. And these are going to be real, like, deep discussions around the nuances of the topic.
Yeah.
This isn't surface level, trendy, bubblegum, rah rah kind of event.
Yeah.
We realize that all of these topics, all of these issues have a different impact on different people and that they're very nuanced.
Very.
And
Yeah.
that's what's going to make this so much better and so much more exciting than your typical event. Like, this is the place that you want to be. And for $49, like, don't miss it.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
miss
we're
it.
not here to convince you one way or the other. These are all everything in the speaker series,
Hmm.
whether it be February, March, April, whatever. We're looking at creating opportunities for you to explore what's right for you. We create the rules. That is the whole
That's
idea here, right? And so what you're going to get out of these speaker series is an opportunity to be in community, be in a small collection of impact driven business owners, risk takers, change makers who are ready to start to open themselves up to the possibility of what if. We're here to talk about these things and see if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay, right? But it's also an opportunity to see where maybe your customers or your clients are coming from, what do they need, and how do we make it possible for both sides?
I'm here.
It's like, oh
Waiting until you unfroze because that lets me know I'm now unfroze.
no. That's fair. That's fair.
I love technology. I love it.
Yeah, the other speaker that I haven't mentioned yet that we are going to be seeing on the panel, the fortune teller, the crystal ball, is Biba Atta. And Biba, if you do not know Biba yet, Biba works with people on their personal evolution process, which is essential. Like, these are the things that we're going through, who we are becoming, who we are right now. Biba is an advisor to leaders and change makers who are in that process. So Biba's actually going to come at the crystal ball in a lovely way, in that we are creating wholesome, nourishing journeys for ourselves. And I think this is an essential side of this topic. We can talk about tools, we can talk about tactics in our business, but are we actually fulfilling for ourselves what we want to do in our business?
And Biba has an incredible presence.
Yes.
And I can tell you, she will have an impact on you just having been in the room with her. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
her energy, her presence, you're not, yeah,
Yeah,
you,
never mind her pearls of wisdom, her incredible
knowledge.
perspective, her knowledge. She's also
Yeah.
incredibly versed in business and business processes, and she's going to be bringing a bunch of that stuff too. Where she does have some, technical knowledge around working for bigger organizations or the government. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what she's bringing. An amazing lineup. We have an incredible opportunity for you to be in the room with amazing speakers. So, but let's not just talk about February. We've got March also. We're already planning it. We've already got it in perspective. March, we are doing recurring revenue strategies. So, this is where you're building systems in your business to bring in revenue on an ongoing basis. It isn't just a one and done sales model. It's not just memberships, it's not just subscription boxes. It's looking at a variety of ways that you can create ongoing income in your business. Now, this is extremely relevant for people who take chunks of time off. It's for people who have they only want to sell maybe during certain parts of the year. It's really relevant for people who are neurovariant or to have disabilities where they need to create those income streams that can help them when they can't be actively, in and working with people or creating products all the time.
Right. And this is valuable for you, whether you have a service based business, a product based business, a combination of both of those kinds of businesses. This is highly valuable and relevant because that recurring revenue, I mean, as individual human beings, because we are not robots,
Mhm.
you can only make and do so many things. You can only do and work so many hours in a day. There's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
So, what can you do to maximize your earning potential through recurring revenue? And we're going to talk about the nuances of that and all of the different paths. And as Marissa said before, not everything is going to be for you, and that's okay. But you're
Yeah.
going to walk away with a lot of ideas and a lot of inspiration to
Yeah.
really get you thinking about how you can expand your earning potential through that recurring revenue.
So, Alice, why did we start this series? Did we just want to have more work? Did we just feel like, wow, we just need more things to do? Well,
No, no, yeah. Yes, 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 we wanted more work. We wanted more things to do. Um, no, what we really, really we saw a need that was out there is one of the main reasons, because there's a lot of events out there and you get pulled into some of these events and you think, oh, this sounds fun, and then you just get this dry bland content that's
yeah,
regurgitated over and over and over again. So we wanted, it was great for us to sit back and kind of complain about it a little bit, like, oh gosh, this was just, but we didn't want to just be complainers
yeah.
about things that we didn't like that are out there. As Marissa said, this is create the rules. So what we wanted to do was look at how could we do this better. And so we wanted to do that. And of course, we have this incredible community that Marissa has built in the Catalyst. And we have some of a very diverse group of people that are part of this community, and being able to showcase their passion, their knowledge,
Yeah, absolutely. I think Alice froze again.
their experience. Also,
Mhm.
than just the same old boring, dry, regurgitated stuff. That's what we
Yeah.
wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, and that's from March on for each of our themed speaker series, because each month does have a different theme. We're actually putting together a little coffee table digital PDF where you can actually see, get more information about the speakers, get more information about the topics that they're covering, and also seeing highlights of other business owners putting the practices into place. So I've already started interviewing business owners who are putting recurring revenue practices across the spectrum, both services and product based. And we're including those little bits in there because we want you to be able to walk away from these sessions with something to do, something to implement, something to spark ideas. So I know for me, it was really important for me to come into this and to look at this because you talked about what was it, like fast food summits, we always
Fast
talk about
food. Oh yeah, yeah. I talk about fast food
fast food
summits.
summits. Well, they're really just sales pitches,
Hmm.
right? And I was talking recently to one of the Catalyst members about a talk, and it's like it's not enough just to be like, hi, my name is Marissa and this is my bio. You're gonna lose people right there, right? So it's like, what do they need? Why are they there to hear from you? What is the heart of it? And I wanted to reconstruct what these summits and what these events could look like, where people are coming together, they're paid for their expertise, because that's the ticket money is actually going to pay for the speakers to show up, to have this time, to be there available. We want to make sure that they're paid for their knowledge and their expertise. But we also recognize that this stuff takes work, and it can be really hard to create some of these events and offer them as a free experience, offer them because that takes time, it takes toll, right? And so I wanted to people to see how they could create events in their business that gets them out to a bigger audience, that gets them in front of people who are seeing what they do, can work with them directly for a lower cost amount. I mean, $49 for basically 6 hours of incredible content that you'll be able to use over and over again. Now, your ticket gives you 2 weeks of that access, that content. It gives you the opportunity to watch it a few times, but the idea is that we want you to start putting it into action. If we're creating content that you can't, it's like, that's nice to know, or that's nice to have, or it just sets you up for the pain point. Like, we don't want that. We want to create these topics and these conversations so that we are in community with business owners, whether they're
Yes.
in the Catalyst, whether they're in any of other programs. We want to create more opportunities to be in community. Like, there's these opportunities. I think we just don't talk to enough people outside of our silos.
Hmm. I know we do. We get trapped in like this bubble, and it's like this feedback loop, and we think, oh, this is just the way we do it because that's the way this
Yeah.
bubble does it.
Yeah.
And I know I was trapped in that for a long time. And as I started to venture out, and I'm in this circle and this circle and this bubble and this bubble, I'm like, oh wow, there is a whole world of possibilities out there. I
Absolutely.
don't have to just do it this way.
Yeah. Yeah. And seeing how different people will tackle a problem or an opportunity, an obstacle or an opportunity, gives you the tools, whether you are in that moment or not, similar circumstances. At some point in your business, you might be. And so then you've got this background look of how they came at a problem. You can start to see the different experiences. And we've got global leaders. These are people from around the world who are looking at problems, looking at opportunities in different backgrounds, different biases, different experiences, and being able to contribute to the conversation. I want to take these conversations and elevate them. That's what we're doing this. So it becomes less about like, oh, I'm just going to show up and maybe I might learn something, to be like, oh, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be part of the conversation. I'm going to bring my own business. I'm going to bring my own experience, and I'm going to be a part of it in the audience. And I think that's the best thing we can do.
Absolutely. Because that community aspect of we learn better together. I have never gone off on my own and just like, oh, I learned all this stuff. Like having that, hey, I learned this thing, or hey, I discovered this, and then having someone say, oh, that's really cool. And what about this part of that? Something I never would have thought of. It just expanded my learning. It just took what I learned and like doubled it just from like one interaction, one conversation. And that happens in community. And that's why we want to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, the events are taking place on our Catalyst platform, so we're using our event space. So it's not Zoom. It isn't just these talking heads, coming at you in Zoom. It really is an immersive experience. We've got some surprises that are being built into the rooms. We have opportunities for you to go in and out. Yes, Amanda, you need to start showing up and contributing because we need your genius. So I'm calling that
Yes.
out for everybody. So Marcy and Laura, everybody who's commenting on here. I mean, look at opportunities. And if you do not know, if you're like, oh my gosh, I need this, but I don't know how to do it, just message me, message Alice. We will get you in there because I think the more conversations we can have, the more, and not just not just when I agree with you, like adversaries. I do, like this is I'm excited. Jessica Jax is also leading a salon in February, which is more of our informal talk back series. It's kind of takes like we're not so much learning, we're just hearing perspectives in the salons. She's leading off with AI. I'm gonna lead off in be asking for help in March. The salon in March is unlearning or relearning how to be supported. We're going to start to address some of these topics that we are ignoring. Okay, and all we're doing is we're pushing this stuff aside. We're building up all of these stories. I want to build up connections even if we don't agree. Being able to find someone who gives you an ability to throw ideas up against and they show you different perspectives gives you the opportunity to build a more well-rounded idea. Okay, it gives you the tools in order to respond. It gives you the ability to face, adversity in your business as you grow. We want to start building these foundational skills.
Yes,
Amanda,
and protect yourself against burnout too.
yeah, Amanda's going to contribute about human client experience and connection. Absolutely.
Love it.
Bring some of this in, bring some of your learning. I think we've made everything so transactional in the world of business. It's like, I want this thing, I give you money, and then we go our separate ways. And that works for some things. But I think one of the crystal ball moments that we're going to have at our session next Friday or next Wednesday is the idea that business is changing. I don't want to call it slow business, but I want to call it like intentional business. We have intentional consumerism coming up. We have more relationship building, and not that fake relationship building like, hi, how you doing? I see you painted your fence. Would you like to buy my Tupperware? Like none of that. But actual genuine, like, wow, what can we do together? What kind of ideas can we create? What's the co-creation process between you and I? And I think this is an interesting opportunity where we step onto the stage where we have these less silos, less boxes, less, this is my team, this is your team. And we start to build these communities together.
Because we are all on the human team, right? So, yeah.
Theoretically.
Most of us.
There's a few people who haven't got that.
There's a few people we're not sure about right now, but
Yeah, but we're doing, seeing each other, like seeing each other, not just seeing each other like this on camera, but really seeing each other, really seeing each other as people, as lived experiences that we will never know about. And that if someone else has a different experience than us, it's not an attack on how we've been raised or how we live our life now. It is just a different experience. And it's an opportunity where we can learn, where we can take some elements and say, this actually would make my life even better, or no, this isn't for me. And being able to exchange that. I think we're at a point in our evolution, and we'll hear from Biba about this, but it is where we have the choice to say yes to this. And we want to say yes.
Yes.
We want to invite people. So if you're watching this, if you sat with us for this whole 30 minutes, share this with other people. If you're like, I think we need to be in the room, bring your biz bestie, bring your best colleague, show up, and let's have some of these conversations, right? Yeah, thanks, Amanda. It's like 7 years and I finally got a brand. What do you like? What?
I know.
I just went with all the colors. It was just easier to be like, I'd rather have a rainbow explode. It's a skills bag, really. It's just like, What's your brand palette? Skittles bag. The Skittles tropical fruit bag, to be absolutely clear. But yeah, like this is it. I want to start challenging even like what brands look like. I want to start challenging how we market.
Yeah, come into the Catalyst and taste the rainbow, y'all.
I don't think we can say that. I think that's a copyrighted. I don't.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. Come in and taste the magic, y'all, of the rainbow.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's absolutely. Fruit Loop, awesome. Yeah, Fruit Loop.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a good, yeah.
Is like,
If you were ever in the workrooms and overheard some things, you would surely say, yes, Fruit Loops. And we love it.
Come in and hear the cat purring. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And if you want more information about what Create the Rules Catalyst, what we're talking about, it's createtherules.com/catalyst. It is our absolutely into like just I don't even know. You say it's more than a mastermind, it's more than a group program, it's more than coaching and mentoring. It is a opportunity for you to get as much one-to-one and community-led support. And what I mean by that is if you're like, Marissa, I want to work with you one-to-one in a room on this project, we go into a private co-working room. It's a virtual world. If you say, oh, I want to put this out to the group and you have the group input, it's an opportunity for you to get that experience, those different perspectives. All of that is completely unlimited. It's like as much as you need for one annual renewal price. It's an opportunity for you to do co-working and body doubling. We had a new member today message me and she's like, I can't believe I've been putting off this one task. I went into the cat room. I listened to purring, massaging my eardrums, and I got it done. And I'm like, yeah, it's amazing how just showing up, putting yourself into a virtual seat, and having the experiential, what we call experiential rooms around you. We've got brown noises, we've got cafe noises, we've got live people, we've got silent co-working rooms. We have a little bit of things for everything. We're looking for people who want to build the community as well and offer paid experiences in there. We're looking for the movement exercise folks. We're looking for the meditation teachers. We're looking for the the authors. We're looking for people who want to help build this with us and come in and create. I'm reading comments. We're looking to build something bigger than Alice and I.
Absolutely. We're taking over the universe with this. Okay. That's what we're saying. Like taking over the universe. It's a special place and it's a place that is more than more. I love that you said that, Amanda. It is more than more. And it's a safe place to go in and share your feedback. Like when you're in the Catalyst, you don't have to be on 24/7. You don't have to know everything. Nobody there is judging you. Nobody there is criticizing you. Everybody there is just saying, come on, lay it on me. What's the thing that you're trying to work out?
Yep.
And that's it. And that's it. And what happens in the Catalyst stays in the Catalyst. So it's better than Vegas.
I mean, it's like, it's an opportunity for you to come in and you're like, I don't know how to write this email, or I've got to work with a client. I'm not sure how to respond. I want to build a landing page and we're just here to be like, let's do it with you. Let's get it done. And then we do it. And then you walk away and then you go,
and then it's done.
Now, yeah, it's done. There's no more staring at the screen and wishing it was already done. Just come into the Catalyst. Let's just come in. And we have incredible experts that are there bringing your expertise, helping you to, Darcy today was doing active co-writing. So you wanted to come in and get her eyes on it, get her words in it. She's there to help you. There is no limits on these support. We are trying to build these systems where people are nourished, where people are absolutely seen for who they are. There is no judgment about what stage you're at. It is an opportunity to grow your business, to scale your systems, to get new ideas, but also we can also be still. We celebrate by laughing. We have moments where productivity is just being together. It is just laughing. Yesterday I was laughing so hard I had like I had tears. I had tears. I had to like walk away for a bit because my laughter had reached an element where there was no air coming in. And that stuff is good for the soul. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just about, did I get this funnel done? It is about being whole people together in community with a shared experience.
Absolutely. And it some days you come in to get the work done, and some days you come in to share something fun or exciting or frustrating that's happening, in your day-to-day life. And
Yeah.
sometimes we are just somebody the silly bug bit at
Yeah.
times. It's
Yeah.
just a goof
Sometimes you just want to
fest.
hear
Yeah.
what other people are working on,
Hmm.
because you don't know what to do next. And then you're like, that sounds amazing. We
Yeah.
will rein you in though if you start going down rabbit holes.
Rabbit
We're
holes.
like,
Hello, my
hey,
name is Alice, and I go down a lot of rabbit holes. Okay. I always need a little reining in.
yeah. Or sometimes if you just need someone to say, does this app sumo purchase make sense? We will say yay or nay. There's a variety of support systems in there. Yeah, it helps.
No, Alice, you don't need that domain. It's okay.
Well, I don't.
Well, I
What
mean,
happens in the domain stays in the domain, Alice.
domain.
Um,
Yes.
Amanda, but sometimes like it's about doing and thinking. We like to expand on it. There's the reason why I went with a yearly renewal is because business has a lot of like made up deadlines. Okay. And that causes a lot of stress. And like one of the things I saw with like traditional coaching is that Amanda, this is engaging.
I mean,
Welcome to the support
yes.
group.
Yes. Come on into the support group, domain support group.
One of the things that I saw though in traditional coaching and mentoring or even like teaching is that you've got this 30 minutes and you got to make the most of it, or you've got this 60 minutes and you got to get all your stuff in it because your next session isn't for a week or 2 weeks later, or maybe it's not at all. Maybe you just bought, a chunk of someone's time because that's what you have right now. And I wanted to look at and say business is iterative. We might test something, we might put something out there, we might start writing a whole landing page and realizing that this product is not for us. Is so the idea behind having a year of expansion in the catalyst is so that we test this stuff out together. We create as we go. We're there for the entire iteration over a year or more of what your business is growing, and you have that support as you go. So you don't have to, figure out all your stuff in 3 months. You don't have to figure out all your stuff in 6 months. These kind of container packages, you're just supported. And these are things that we're going to keep going with the even the speaker series, is that like how do you keep going with the ideas that you heard in here? We've got some ideas to keep bringing you back to that moment when you were listening to that. Like, we don't want you to lose it. We don't want you to have, it was kind of like, that's nice to have, but I have no idea how to implement it.
Hmm. Yes, and there's a lot of ebbs and flows in business. And so when you come into the catalyst for an entire year, you don't have to worry when those ebbs and flows hit because you've got a whole year, right? Like for me personally, I know like, spoons are a valuable commodity, right?
Yeah.
And some days I have the spoons and some days I don't. But when I got the spoons, the community is there because I've got the whole year and I don't have to worry about it.
Yep. It's the opportunities to really build your business with what works for you. I'm just going to put, in case anyone's watching this and like, what's the catalyst? How do I get to it? It's createtherules.com/catalyst. We have the power, we have the capacity. Okay, Alice, anything else we want to say about coming into the summit series? Going createtherules.events.com is where it's all going to be. The catalyst members can see what's there for them. Public members, like people who are not yet members of the Catalyst, can come and interact with us. Catalyst members get free access to all of our events, all of our speaker series. So it's a great opportunity for you to come in and get this content as well. And it's part of your membership.
Absolutely. And whether you're a member of the Catalyst and you're getting free, whether you're a member of the public and you're coming in at $49, not only all of the stuff we've already talked about how this is so different and so, much more than what you would expect from a typical summit series or event, but this is going to give you an opportunity. You can come and look and see what does better look like for an event, for a summit. How can you make it better? You can get that experience by coming in and checking out the summit series for yourself, because a lot of people think about how to do these events. I know Marissa mentioned it earlier. Like, we want to help people who also want to do events of their own start to
Yeah.
think about
Steal
how
our
events can be
ideas.
better. Yes,
Yes.
take our ideas. I'm
Build
not going to jump
build
on
these for
social
yourself.
media and
Yeah.
say, "Oh, you're doing an event like I did my event."
No.
No, we want you to do it. We want better events in the world. That's
Yeah.
what we
Build
want.
them for your community. Invite us along. Like, we want to see
Yes.
more of these conversations
Yes.
happening, more of these connection points. And quite frankly, we can do it from our home without
Yeah.
pants on. So let's
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, I may or may not have them on now. I don't know.
I do not.
I'm not going to stand up. That's for
Yeah.
sure. No.
Do we or don't we?
Do we or don't we? That's the poll. Is that our poll for this?
I have to put one up. Yeah. I think that should be like, are we wearing pants? Should be the name of our talk show, really, is what it is.
Yes. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna see if that domain's available. Gotta see.
Oh no. Oh no.
Don't tell Biba. Shh, don't
Look,
tell
I don't
Biba.
want to like worry, but like while we were having this conversation, I got an alert that like I was renewing domains as we were talking. I was like, oh, it hurt me.
I don't want to brag, but my domains are renewing in the background right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're gonna be wrapping it, Amanda.
Yes,
Yes, I
yes.
expect to see your DM. Yeah, F pants anyways. And
Yes.
yeah, and so Alice and I will be bringing this back. We'll start to tell people when these are up, but absolutely, if you want to learn when we're going live next, if you want to learn what events are coming up, go to createtherules.com. There's an opt-in on there. Create the Rules events. Create the rules. Create the rules. Create the rules events.com.
We're
Also
so
has
excited we've lost our words. That's it.
I'm word salad all day, every day. Createtherulesevents.com will has an opt-in. Get on the list. Find out when we're going to be live next. Find out when we're going to be doing workshops. I've also got a workshop in February. Let's put a quick drill out there. I'm doing a 2-day workshop. So they're 3 hours each sessions. Yes, it's 6 hours, but you walk away with a complete marketing and content plan for as long as you need it. We go into the components, we do a live interactive, and you walk away with your content plan. So there's lots of opportunity to work with Create the Rules and all of the amazing experts. We'll see you next time.
Bye for now.